Hi, today we're going to be taking an unboxing review look at Transformers Generations, Titans Return, Deluxe Class, Autobot, Convex, and Perceptor. There we go, the camera finally focused. So yeah. Made by HASBRO. Invented, all that stuff. That the Titan, or aka OG1 Headmasters, as they were called back in the day, works with all three classes, Here's the Pundits, which is just kind of like a head Titan Master. It works with Deluxe Class, Voyager Class, and Lear Class, so Headmasters, or with any classes. So yeah, here's Perceptor's little story. With the Decepticons rising, the Autobots power up with Titan Master partners to stop them. Convex gives Perceptor the ability to shrink to microscopic size. He can repair or sabotage systems on a micro level. He just has to do it before he returns to full size. So here's kind of what they look like all together. The head, the Titan Master, and Titan, or a little exosuit form. Here is as well a microscope, not really. And it's showing you kind of like you could take Convex and put him in there and stuff. So Perceptor is kind of a weird transformer. I mean, he's supposed to be, this little microscope that sits on desks and, on a table and stuff. And yet, in reality, he was this big old haunting microscope. I mean, he was so big that he actually had full-on tank treads to roll around. It's like, oh no, the Decepticons, nothing to see here, you don't see this big old microscope, with prize award micro size. Oh no, it's this big giant Autobot microscope. No, the Decepticons, no, don't fire Perceptor, he's not a microscope, there's no need to fire him. Well, obviously the Decepticons are letting each other like, really? Like, we are not supposed to know it's this big old freaking, like, giant tower size microscope. Like, what? What's wrong with our, like, visual sensors? Like, come on. How do we not see that? That's like not seeing a big target on a barn. The Decepticons are just like looking at each other, laughing. They're like, wait, come on. Like, we are not supposed to know it's this giant microscope that's just wheeling along on two treads. Like, wait. Like, we're supposed to be like, oh, what's that? Oh, what? No, that's nothing, that's nothing. That's just a microscope. Even, like, Metatron and Soundwave were a little bit better than, yes, Blaster. Because Blaster and Soundwave were pretty much the same boomboxes back in the day. They just went down to a small size, which made it a little bit more concealable, for stealth mode. Even Metatron went into a stupid, I don't know why, a handgun that any other Decepticon or Autobot could pick up and fire, which was just a stupid idea for Metatron. I mean, Blaster and Soundwave, they had a pretty good idea. Transform into boombox player. Back in the day, boombox had cassettes, Now, then it was CDs. Nowadays, it's MP3, MP4 players and stuff. But, that was kind of a better concept or idea than, hey, I'm a microscope, but I'm like 7 stories or 21 building height stories tall, I'm like this big Sears Tower and stuff. But no, the Decepticons won't know it's me. And it's like, really, we're not supposed to know it's this big microscope that's like as big as a freaking tower, or as Metroplex. Well, maybe not as big as Metroplex, but you know what I'm saying. Metroplex, Triplicon, You know, he was pretty bad, not as bad as those guys, but still, I mean, how can you not see that? Really, I mean, like, what's wrong with them? So yeah, enough talk, let me get this open up. But I mean, really, it was so funny. Yes, there was a couple of episodes where his cells went down to the microscopic level, but really when he went into this microscope mode, he was this big haunted microscope mode that didn't really seem to do much of anything. He was pretty much useless in microscope mode. Now I admit, if he went down to like the size of an actual microscope, or, you know, which would be roughly around the scale of a sound wave and blaster, you know, that would be a little bit better on his part of being robots in disguise, you know, the whole idea of the mission. Instead of saying, no, Earthlings, we're robots, we're all around. Why do we need to take vehicle form? That's just stupid, right? Robots in disguise. Apparently he didn't get the message when he arrived on Earth. He was like, oh, wait, what? Oh, I guess I'll take, you know, this microscope that's like scale size too, you know, something like this. But no, I'm gonna be like the size of a big old building. I bet all the other bots was laughing like, you freaking idiot. Like, come on, seriously. Like, let Soundwave, let Blaster, they turn into what they're supposed to turn to in the that scale size. Like, a city boombox back in the day would not be as big as, you know, battle fleet or, you know, an aircraft carrier. You know, it'll be way smaller than that. But he's like, nope, I'm blending in, even though I'm super big. Really. Now, some people said that this toy head came out like years ago, but it wasn't all that great. This one's supposed to be a little bit better, but I mean, come on, a lot of these Transformers, when they had the power to manipulate their size, they just weren't thinking. And these are supposed to be, remember, super advanced intelligent beings from Cybertron, the Cybertronians. And like, how do you not think, I scan a tiny vehicle or a tiny little object. When I transform, I should scale down to that size of the object. No. It's like, no, I'm gonna be super big and retarded. I don't look out of place. So yeah, here it's his biospec card with Perceptor and Convex. Let's see if we can get the camera to focus. There you go. So by himself, he's about 7, maybe an 8 with Convex for strength, for speed. Yeah, he's a slow guy. 2 and sits with Convex. Intelligence, he's actually a 10. And with Convex, he becomes about 15. Though he is pretty smart. Not. I say not because, I mean, here it says he's smart and even smarter with Convex, but a giant microscope the size of like a building, that I would put him back down to a 2 in intelligence right off the bat for that. But firepower, 8 and then maybe a 9 with Perceptor. So yeah, that's his little bio card. I mean, he was kind of powerful in the show, but I mean, come on, like, seriously? If he's going to have that size and stay that size, I mean, if he was going to use like his little microscope cannon to like fire a big laser beam at the Decepticons, yeah, I would admit growing to the size of a building would be a great idea. But always being the size of a building, pretty much, when you went into microscope mode, was kind of stupid. That's why you never really see him too much in microscope mode. Because it just didn't make that much sense, so. The microscope is supposed to go somewhere on his back, so give me a second to take a look at the instructions here. I'm not exactly sure where it goes. It just kind of says puppet on his back, like that, I guess. So it kind of sits up like this, which doesn't look all comfortable, considering that there is a secondary. So they're saying take that pad and put it in that little hole there. Even though you see that there is this pad here that can go up and over here like this. So you could put it up like that. You could fold it down like this, which I believe it is supposed to be folded down like that, because that's kind of what it shows here. So I do believe it goes on like that, even though it could go the other way. So let me just pop this off for a second here. And there is a very cool trick about this. This actually does work. I don't know how good you can see it on camera, but if you actually turn the little dial right up there, you can see that it actually zooms in and out. And if you actually do look through here, which would be a bit hard on camera, let's see what I have that would kind of focus here. It's kind of hard to show on camera, but it does actually do the microscope thing to work. Again, big and small. Although it is backwards, you actually don't want to look through this black end piece. You actually want to turn around and look for the blue end piece to make it work. I know it's kind of weird to show it like this, that, you know, in microscope mode, you're supposed to look for the black piece and have the blue piece shining down. Doesn't actually work. You actually want to flip it around and use the blue piece to look through and have the black piece blend down that well you want to get microscopic, you know, up close detail about. So yeah, a little weird thing, but that's how they did it. So yeah, let him move that bit. So his head, head sculpt is a bit different compared to the bots. You know, supposed to have blue eyes, instead he has yellow eyes. He's supposed to have yellow on his little head crest, he doesn't. Kind of blue highlights on his little helmet, doesn't. But a lot of these things could be fixed by a good company called Toy Hats. I'll put a link down below in the description. It's just a bunch of stickers to make these HASBRO guys look like, wow, way better. So for articulation, arm is on a ball joint. His wrist on a little hinge here, a little bicep swivel here on a slow joint, which goes there. Hands do go in and out due to transformation. No waist. Blades are on a ratchet system, and kind of a little hinge there, and I don't know, a little turn thing or whatever you want to call it. And they can turn like that, I guess. Back and forth. And that's what I mean about the little ratchet system right there. No, well, he has toe titillation and stuff. Knee bend, but that's also due to transformation. Let's see. Head can spin around only so far to this side because it is that little notch there. Other side can only spin up to there because, you know, the bad that little notch there. So yeah, let's pop his head off. Easier said than done. And I just popped his whole thingy off. So let's try to get that closed back there. So here is his head of Convex, well, face of Perceptor, body of Convex. Oops! Wow! That little arm came flying off. Good thing I found it. So, yeah, the little arm just popped right off. A little ball joint. So, On your figure, you might want to be careful on his little white arm. Like coming off. Like I didn't put any force on there. I just did what you do as Autumn. Flip down the feet, pull up the arms, and not that bad of a head sculpt here. Although it is kind of solid black, so it is really hard to see on camera. Of course, he has his gun, which has the first bipod on it, which is pretty cool. Looks like it should be a sniper rifle, but it's probably not. So I guess he could hold it in his hand, like that. Little Titan Master could just be chilling on top of his gun, headless. There are little holes here. I think you're supposed to put in this one, so you know, you can have it like that. Yeah, just in this little one over here. Goes in. You could turn it like that. Which actually looks pretty cool like that, but yeah. So let's move that off to the side and get on to how we actually transform this thing. So pop off the head, and it's saying slide the microscope over. So kind of have it like this and just slide it on over. I don't know if you mean all the way to the middle or to the other side. Probably like to the other side, I guess. I think that'll loosen up over time, but for now, that's just kind of how it works. So pull the body up and flip in the arm. So pull the body up like that. I'm guessing it's supposed to lie in here, but it doesn't. And then the hands just, you know, fold up like that. Okay, next up, rotate the arm straight up and lock them into place or something. So arm straight up like this, and then we just kind of make sure that they go underneath and kind of lock in a bit, which is a bit tricky. But after fiddling around with it, you could kind of get the idea. Okay. Spread his legs apart and turn them upwards. So pretty much make him do the splits and turn them like this. And then pull them forward. So I would imagine like that, right? Yeah. And then flip down his feet, which is pretty simple. And then close his little piece, and then what are you saying here? Swing this thing down, and it's done. So just saying, this little Autobot, little chest slash cross piece, pull that down like that. Take his actual little chest piece, and it might be a bit hard. Pull it down like this. Just saying. You know, it could, for some stupid reason, open up. So this is how far you actually want it to go. But as you can tell, it does open up for some other reason. And then there is that little cockpit piece for some other stupid reason. Why, we don't know, but that's kind of what they did the mode. And his feet are supposed to tab in here, so might be a bit tricky to get it to tab, which I don't really think that it tabs. It just kind of sits in there. And then you're supposed to just put this down like that and lay him up on here like this. And be like, I'm going to study my little head. So, yeah, that is how you're supposed to use Perceptor. You know, this is totally wrong, and you actually want to flip it around this way to use it. But yeah, that's how you use Perceptor in his little microscope mode. Which is kind of weird because on the back of the other side of the instructions, they're saying take the headmaster. Yes, the arm does pop off very, very, very easily on this headmaster. On the right arm. I do not know why, but it does every single freaking time. Just pops off like that. Just saying, put it in head mode. Okay, and then there is actually a little space that it's supposed to sit in, I guess, for head mode. Like that. Let me zoom my camera in a bit. Kind of like that is the head mode, or head form. So if you look here on the instructions, just saying place the head there. So yeah. So this is one that the instructions are saying up to step 3 about zooming in on Perceptor's actual head. And here's on the back of the box showing that how to zoom in on Perceptor's exoskeleton's bodysuit, or Convex, as you would call it, when it's not on the head. And where do you store the gun? Well, maybe back here, on the side of the arms, like I already said. There is actually a little place on the back that you could store the gun, which is pretty cool. But of course you have to store it kind of like long ways, like that, so there is that's going on for it. So, yeah. That has been the unboxing review of Transformers Generations Titans Return Deluxe Class Autobot Convex and Perceptor. Remember to rate, subscribe, and leave a comment. Alright, thanks, bye.